weekly started. Is there sound, picture, everything?
Yeah. If you want to see it.
Can I see it myself? Oh dear, look at my shirt.
No views.
I'm too small.
So it's reversed?
So, that way.
That's better.
Yeah?
Now we have good sound and we don't care about image.
Who cares about the picture? So the weekly will start now. We have 4 guests this time, and I would like to every guest to shortly introduce themselves before we start. So. Hi, I am. Name and what are you doing?
Hi, I'm Jeroen Bakker. I'm from Mind. I'm developer of the Blender compositor.
Next. Hi, I'm Monique, also from Mind, and also one of the developers of the Blender compositor.
I'm Fred Mantel, and I'm working as a freelance 3D animator, and make animations on request for game developers and music videos and that kind of stuff.
Hello, I'm Tim Blokdijk, and I believe I'm a silver sponsor here.
So he also wants us to get bitcoins accepted in the Lender. That's why it is a silver sponsor. We still don't have it yet.
We can hear you. No, nobody can hear.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be there.
Yeah, who's talking?
Who's gonna do the talking?
Somebody say
You have to go. Who goes first? Tom, you have to start.
That's such a good idea.
It's not a good idea. Bring it in.
Okay.
I can talk.
So I will repeat everything that Ton says, so with a French accent. Yeah, live. Je traduis tout en français. Donc Ton disait juste à présent.
It's like Eurovision.
Yeah, you want me to dance because I have a beard? That's right.
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, but you don't want to introduce anything from this week? Okay, so.
They're not doing an internet show.
Hello.
Yeah, I know, but it's just proper sound. So.
Can I borrow your
On his thigh.
Because it's
Some big conference microphone, maybe.
There's someone moving the microphone.
Yeah, then we. Oh, like.
Wow. But a little wireless microphone would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
The one you have on your.
Yeah, and then we have to.
Yeah, but you can send it to people to talk to.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but it's short cable.
Sound every time you
Yeah.
pass it.
But anyway, so we tried this week to work more on the animatic. So we are trying to. It's on the weekly folder, maybe.
I mean, if we can show that everybody else can.
Yeah, I know. I got it 5 minutes before.
Can you tell a little bit first about what happened last week in your discussion with
Yeah.
Improvisation.
Yeah, we are.
Everybody central.
We were working on the so we are still working on the script with Esther, and we are still developing a lot. So we had a struggle with the opening scene for the movie. We are still trying to correct the problems we have for the characters' introduction and the plot beginning also. So we have a solution now that can work, but has to be more worked, more in-depth work on the dialogue and stuff, because it's very bold move to start the movie with that. So I want to be sure that it works before we actually start it. So now we are working very fast with Matthias to make a very short animatic for the first scene, just to see if the proof of concept work before showing it to you. It's not done yet, so I won't show it now. I'll show it next week because. Yeah. No, I removed the beginning. There's no beginning. We start with where Victor puts the music on the first time. then the tornado, then so the first 2-3 minutes is roughly, I changed it a few things, but it's roughly the same than last week. But what's after, when Frank wakes up in the jungle, we have the whole scene until the very end of the movie. So we have like 6 or 7 minutes of the jungle. We are just missing one scene, which is the action scene where he has to go up to the sky. So at some point he loses Tara, the butterfly, and he has to go up, follow her on top of the trees. This scene is missing. We are not decided on what happens, if there is dragonflies, bubbles, if it's a chase scene, or if it's a throwing out of a tongue frog scene. We have several ideas, but it's not done. So you'll see the missing scene title. But again, we
and in the jungle scene, we use a grayscale image now, so it's better understandable what it happened there.
Because as Matthias explained last week, he does the animatic in the drawing for the storyboards in several steps. The first one is the blue lines. He goes black for the second step, and the third step is rough colors, grayscale colors, just to identify better background, characters, eyes, stuff like that. So the beginning of the jungle scene, the two first scenes, the branch and leaf scenes, are now grayscaled. So that's improving.
And there is sound?
Yeah.
And there is sound, yeah.
No music.
And
No
no
music.
music on this. We can watch it with the music.
Yeah.
Here, if we want. The online is no music for the weekly, the cloud thing. But for us, we can watch it with the sound, with the music on it, if you want.
Very loud because of the network.
So,
It's in the weekly folder. You might have one, which is the one with music only. The one with no music, it's not.
it's on the cloud actually.
The one on the cloud is without music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we want to watch, I think
But we have to stream it, so we can just mute the sound for the guys.
we can. I mean,
We are on streaming now
What?
on YouTube.
So we watch it with sound and we mute
Yeah.
it for
We can use the music there.
Yeah, there is also.
No, we can't.
No, so without
With or
music,
without sound?
without,
With sound, but
or without.
but no music. Okay,
Ah.
let's stream this from the cloud
From
if you
the
can.
cloud.
Without the music.
We don't have the right.
With the sound, but without music.
yeah, it's free usage. Come on, you can. It's not.
So.
Well, it's better not to do it. So,
Okay, let me.
but then the
start
movie
the
sucks.
thing. Here's screen sharing.
So now we can dance.
Okay.
Yeah,
You guys have to carefully watch because we will ask you guys questions about the film after.
Take notes and.
Please. Here. Yeah. Awesome. Huh?
Mark 5. Version 5.
Is it shared? With the people?
Well, there's no music, so that feels weird.
after the weekly, maybe you can show it with the music.
He's walking away. Or he's standing.
This is the old scene. This is the old opening. This part will also change a bit, but because Victor will watch Frank from the distance and wait for him to jump before actually start the music. Music. Oh.
Really? Seriously? Today, just today, oops, this happens. What the fuck? Okay, everything's normal, everything is...
Music starts again. Oh, oh, we can sing it, right? No?
But is it happy music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
African. And this is the part where the whole flock is singing with him too. So actually, there's a chorus.
Can sing.
All together.
Yeah.
1 and 2. Well, it was supposed to be mixed with the music, so you're not supposed to really clearly identify this sound.
First time fan of the movie.
And they knew. This is new.
What is this? What do we are? The fuck is... Ah. Whoa. Whoa. Ah. Whoa. Hello. Why aren't we anymore? Come on, what's happening? What line, bro? What's happening? What line? I wasn't in line. I mean, I'm not in line. I'm not one of you. I'm sheep. She's here. She's here. Move,
Ah.
Oh, okay. So moving on. Fine. And pinning upside down. Okay. Twist. Oh. Okay. What's this? Stand still, maybe you can see.
There's a lot of fog, I know. Sorry.
So, another special delivery, huh? Who? Me? You? What? Victor. 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 Who? Who is that? Who are you? I'm Tara. Love to stay in chat though, but we're on the clock, aren't we? So. Coffee fucking beer. And my name is Frank.
So there is an awesome action scene where he has to go up to find her again. So chase and action and goes fast and bam, explosion, cars, spaceships, mushrooms, atomic explosion, and then.
Very short.
Very short. Come on.
Glorious day, isn't it? Want to die for. Or as we would say in proper English, Captain fucking DM. I couldn't have said it better myself. So, what did you mean? You're on the clock? Well, and you? Well, no, I wasn't really going anywhere until I met you, Victor. What? Who's Victor? Well, you know, right? The guy from Cosmos Metroid. Say what? Are you speaking French? Really? No, really. I really want to know, where did he... No, where are you? So you have...
There's supposed to be a music somewhere. It's Victor.
Coming out of it.
We follow one butterfly that leads to this, the number 2 washing machine. We see things until no music.
No music. What is the length of all the length? 10 minutes.
Yeah, you saw 10 minutes.
Woo!
Ah. Without credits and without the opening.
But the opening is 3?
Well, actually, we stick to 15 now with everything, roughly.
The duration, 4 or 5.
The opening? Between 4 and 5, yeah. And we are missing the action scene to go up. So, but some things might shrink.
15.
Maybe something might shrink a bit. We'll see. But I think, yeah, 15 is still reasonable. If we can.
Okay.
So what did you guys, did you see anything understandable? Did you already read the script?
No.
Oh, come on.
Didn't read anything. You are totally fresh.
Yes, it's good.
So what did you see? Wow, stuff.
Nobody hears anything, right? Well, I can talk to you.
Story thing, I think that's good for a small movie. It's easy. Everybody understands that, and it's not complex. You don't have to explain too much. So that's good, I think. I think the start of the movie was a little bit slow. with the tornado, and before that the dance. I think maybe, yeah. Personally, I think you have to speed it up to make the points that you want to make.
The musical without the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's maybe true.
The tornado is going to spectacular.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you see the concept art with the thing coming out of the sky like washing machine.
Show it. See some concepts. Not everything.
Yeah, some parts too slow.
Yeah, but for an animatic, it's always normal.
Yeah.
It's usual. And it's better to keep some length in the animatic, just because sometimes when you go to the animation, you realize every of your drawing lasts 2 seconds, because it's boring a drawing for more than 2 seconds. So you arrive at the animation where every shot is 2 seconds, and it's too bad. So I prefer to be a bit slow at first and shrink as we go, instead of having to add length afterwards and ending with a 20 minutes film instead of a 15. So for now it's a bit slow, but I think it's really close to what it might become, even though while as a drawing it's a bit boring. So we'll see. But I agree, there's some slow parts, but we're missing the action parts. So
I mean, the suicide is an important moment. And he's thinking and doing things, and to look at things, and you have to look at other parts so that we need time for it.
no. Oh, it's work in progress. We have 1 year to improve. One week or 1 year? I don't. So who's next?
Who's next?
Sarah, you have to.
Don't you have David?
Oh yeah, I don't know. He was supposed to share something on the SVN right now, so maybe you can go first, and if it's ready, I'll talk about David's work.
Can we open the window?
Mine are on the server.
Oh, shared?
Yeah. I didn't.
Please.
No, it's not. You can put it in the back open, and then it will start rolling. The window will go in the back as well, right?
Sí, todas las que están ahí.
Yes, on sale.
Primero las que dicen Matías. Y solo para. Okay. Sorry, I was speaking Spanish. So what I did this week, well, that's not mine, that's Matías, of course. I took some Matías frames from the storyboard and made concepts out of it, so we can start really seeing the lighting and how the actual movie, if these scenes are kept, of course, will look like. So I will show you 3 ones. This one, can you go to the next one? Can you show the 3 of them? So the frog one, the encounter one, and the outside one. This one. So 3 different places of the movie, important places. There is still some more to do, of course, but that's the 3 I worked this week. So you can show maybe the frog one, I think. No, I don't. Oh, that's the 10. Okay, so that was the first research for outside. That was really a first research. Matthew wants like full of trees, endless trees, and this was a cascade, but it was removed afterwards. And you can see the final one. This one was the one I made for when they are on the top. So it's like the magical moment when they go out and see the sky and all the pink trees everywhere. So yeah, that's one. Then the frog one, that was a first research in black and white, just for the lighting. Then you can put the next one. Paulo? Next one. That was, yeah. So that's when Frank is in front of it and every other caterpillar just goes running out of it. And yeah, yeah, we see it. I could put next one. I think it's a change of light. Yeah, so we have a little bit of the process. So here I try to make a better contrast with the colors and everything. So more pink in the background and more blue in the foreground and stuff like that. And then the last one is the mushroom one. I don't have any process for it, but yeah, that's when they when Frank falls and gets rapid, and she is born from this mushroom there, and yeah, and that's it.
Nice that there's also purple or blue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's purple, red, blue, and pink, the colors right now. And green for every living thing right now, almost.
Cool.
And more coming.
Francesco?
Yeah.
Is David's work?
There is one picture, but I don't know if you want to show more.
Yeah, the tilde and poet version.
You know the names. This is the latest. This is the latest one. And it's Viewport 19, and then Viewport, I don't know how it's called.
This one, yeah, the first one wasn't really clear. Like if you blur the eyes, you see nothing.
Yeah.
I think it still needs some improvement.
So you see some, but yeah, it kind of gets lost.
Yeah, it gets lost.
Maybe someone can fill this.
So you got the picture while you're looking for from start with a salesman.
Okay. So I don't know if you can connect on David's web page because it's not on ESVN. I don't know if you have it.
Yeah, it's kind of secret, so I need to share it, but without the.
Yeah.
You can copy the picture. It takes only 5 seconds to copy it to the.
Just opens a new tab.
You can do it.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, so everything is on this one. So it's okay for the cloud. We can have a look on the cloud. That works. Yeah. In David's folder, but it's not alphabetical order. Alphabetically. Par alphabétique, quoi. You get it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we are struggling on the character design for Victor. Yeah, I think so. Cars, Victor. Then you have to find. So you can show Victor 15 maybe. The first one. Okay. So this is one direction for Victor design that is a bit new and a bit different because again this is Victor, so doesn't really feel like a Victor. But then show the 18, I think, which is the two on the right are from this one. So it's called the tilde version of Victor. It's more feminine. And you have on the left the poet version of him, which is more that suits better the character we are writing with Esther. It fits more the psychological sheet of him. So it's about rainbow poet and stuff like that. So it feels right, but I also like the more feminine version of him, and the fact that he feels a bit more off because the eyes are a bit more separated and there's a few characteristics that feels a bit off out of him, her, whatever. But he's an androgyne character, so we don't really define the gender. We don't have a good reason for him to be a male or female, so he can be both. And we actually tried to make something that was androgyne at first. So he's slightly, I like the tilde version a lot because she feels a bit more feminine, but still we can act her as a man, so he can be quite confident and have a strong male voice. So that works too. And David should have done a painting just right now about Frank and Victor together, the new design. So you have to.
On his website.
Yeah, no, on this one. It's on this
yeah,
VN. Yeah, it's on VN. I think it's the 19, something like this. So you have to find it. Yeah, that's the one. So there we go. So we go back to something more androgen, and there's some pixels.
Yeah, that's kind of
Wow, that's awesome. So that's our two main characters together on the island. So we have something that I think have the better of both worlds for Victor. So he's a bit androgen, but still feels a bit out of the weirdness of Tilda, and still is both male and female. And we still have Frank that has these strong eyebrows, kind of sadness out of his look, and the furriness out of it. So,
what can you share of the psychological profile
of Victor?
Yeah.
Well, Victor has a very long backstory. He's one of the most important characters for the feature film script, which is not very explained in the pilot, but the whole myth out of him is he's not from Earth, he's not human, he was a god or a mystical creature, he's a unicorn basically, and he was kicked out of his dreamland because he fell in love with the wrong person. So he was doomed to recreate love, to be able to get his own love back. Which gives him access to every world and life form there is in every washing machine. So he designs a pattern to build love out of two characters he chooses in separate worlds and put them through a specific order through those worlds for 5 minutes to bring the perfect chemistry to make them fall in love together. So that's who he is, and that's how he looks. So I just discovered this, and I think that's just pure awesomeness from David, as usual. So it's yeah, and I like it because it feels.
But in this character, in that kind of
character. I think we're getting there.
Angry or happy.
Yeah. He's a character that will always shift. Sometimes he'll feel very nice, sometimes he'll feel very evil. So he's always. And as his own gender also, sometimes you feel more women than male. It's very shape-shifting character, so it's a bit tricky to do it for the pilot because we don't have so much time with him. But we want to be sure that we feel that this is a character in development, that he has way more potential out of the short pilot that we'll develop into the movie, the feature film. So there it goes for David. Who's next?
Can I ask a question about Victor? Victor is a male name.
Yeah.
But he is. Well, why do you give him a male name if he's not a?
This might change now, but it's not very relevant. You know, sometimes you have to just find a name. But we
used in the movie.
We use it as it is now, and we might use it in the pilot. But since the new design from David feels more androgen, so Victor still works. I don't know what you think, but the latest one he did, this one, I think if the guy on the right is called Victor, that's fine for me. I don't know for you, but it feels like it can.
You know the movie Victoria?
No.
But I don't. We enjoy to place Easter eggs with Esther, so the name of the characters are an Easter egg. We didn't say, oh, I think we did, I don't remember to whom, but we revealed the trick, but there is a trick for it, so we have a good reason for him to be called Victor. So for now, if he still is a male, we'll keep it. If he's more female, which can also work, we might change it. So
the idea to not have a gender for the main characters, I think it's a fun idea, as everybody can identify with him, I think.
Yeah, and we wanted to bring the angel thing out of him. So like he's out of reality, and often in old paintings from the Renaissance and those periods, angels and those kind of figures are unisex somehow. They are not very gendered. They don't have genitals and stuff like that. So that's it. I think maybe it's time for someone else to speak. Who? Who's next?
Hi. So I've got a folder with a few pictures. Okay. So this is where I left off last week after coding the depth of field feature. I wanted to experiment with generating normals in the viewport. So this is how it started, and then the next one is I started getting some results, which is an ambient occlusion effect which is usable in the viewport already, and you can see that it's sort of a toony effect, but it's not very pronounced. And during the first 2 days of the week, I sat down and more or less perfected it. And now you can see the next picture, which is this one. And this is a combination with matcaps. And you have a custom color here, which is blended with the matcap color in the dark, the occluded areas of the mesh. And so this is like... yeah, it's dirt shading. It's real-time dirt shading, basically.
Gravity shader on top of
anything. Anything.
Anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Everything.
Everything. Yes.
Even GLSL stuff.
Even GLSL. Precisely. That's only for GLSL stuff. Yeah. And this is it. I've done some more stuff during the week, but nothing really as visible as that. So that's it for me, I guess. Next.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a bit of stuff. I think there's a video, number one.
Videos first?
I tried to number it, yeah.
Okay.
Is this the script or what is this, the character? What we just saw, the guy, is that Victor or what is this?
No, that's
Just testing.
Art. Somebody with cavities, you know? Somebody
Clearly not a very answer.
all right. Screen sharing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
finally managed to fix this stability issue that has basically been in Blender since Sintel.
Especially on Sintel.
On Sintel, yeah. You can see now it doesn't explode anymore. Yay, happy. Yeah, it was basically a problem with the. Yeah, and a few other tests now. So this is now with friction. It just runs through this, so I have to keep up with it. With a little bit of hair interaction, so the hairs don't quite slosh around so much. The collision also has a margin now, so it keeps the hairs away from the body. You see? Yeah.
Look at that.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sexy.
And that's just an additional test, so without the air drag, so we get a little less of this, you know, what Ton calls the underwater feeling. It's a bit more predictable and stable. Yeah. There are several ways to do it. We have to experiment with that. And, yeah, just for good measure.
And now just bragging.
Yeah. Stretch it a bit. Yeah.
So drunk.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you should
drunk
show it.
after like
It's
10
not
frames
really-
just explodes
no,
anyway. Yeah. Okay, that's looping. So just check for the next one, I think. There's like 2 more videos or so. Ah, yeah, this was a test. Basically, we have with a smoke simulator, we have what's it called? Smoke flow force field, I think. So we try to replace the wind force with a flow force field to get more eddies and everything. Yeah. What you cannot really see here is that it's really difficult to set up. It's so tedious, and I don't think it's really worth for the effect to do this. So it's just a nice test, and it's not really controllable. So you have to just set up the smoke sim, and then it just does its thing, and you don't really have any influence on it. So it's not really an artistic tool, but it's nice to see.
It's realistic.
Well, yeah. Still, you want to be able to control it. Yeah.
There might be better ways to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, next. That's just, well, it's a bit dark, but that's the original sheep from Mathieu, just rendered out with a bit of wind, so you can see the actual. Yeah, you can't really see it on the projector here, I think. Needs a bit more light. Can you make it brighter?
Yeah. Give me a millisecond.
Ah, yeah. He's a bit too fat under his fur coat. Make it nice.
Just fluffy.
Yeah.
Big bones, it's not fat.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
It's so strange.
What else is there? I think there's 3.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, a few images of
there are
particle errors. Oh yeah, this is I implemented a new bending model, which is really last-minute stuff. So I just did a quick test to demonstrate this. If we can make the next. This is without any bending. This is some sort of medium bending, so it's a bit more squishy. Then if you want to have it really stiff, that's the next one. Yeah. If you try to do that with a current hair. Yeah.
Toothbrush is going away.
It's so cool because this is what I meant with going back to the initial state.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really important because
yeah.
you want to lose your perfect haircut.
Yeah, the current forces in for hair bending are just not very good. So.
You gotta make a toothbrush.
I can make a blog post about it or something.
Yeah. What is the conclusion? You have to recode everything.
Well, yeah. We have to identify the parts that are tricky and.
How much of the old system is going to be used?
Well, the solver is pretty okay, I think, so we can keep using that. Should probably replace the data structures for the hair, and then we have to see about the tools. Yeah, but design. Yeah.
Working with a node system or not?
Eventually, of course, a node system would be nice, just to have a better organization for all the tools, so you don't have to have huge lists of everything and then disable. So, yeah.
We might be able to do this for the film and do an system later, or?
Yeah, we have to see how the priorities are. Yeah.
But good progress.
Really good stuff.
Really good.
The first time
What else? You have something?
Yeah, child hairs have a bit of a problem at the moment.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Poodle. How do you call that? Poodle?
Yeah.
Yeah, and weird artifacts with stuff. And, all things we have to look into.
He's kept like
That's art.
Coder arts, yeah.
That. Bring it. Awesome.
I think that's it, yeah.
Great job.
This is very impressive.
Dalai.
Folder.
Yes.
In the right order.
0, 2.
No, video 2.
Video 2. Present yourself.
I'm Dalai. So we finished this week. We actually finished the I/O of the multi-view, meaning the whole saving, importing of the backward compatible single part of PXR. We now have a new option on the window menu. We can actually pick your anaglyph mode. So just small thing. And the nice thing is the next one. Just hold on before I show the video. I was working with Francisco City and a little bit with Pablo to get a real production file to see how does the branch works and how stable it is and how reliable it is. So it took us like less than 10 minutes to take one of the Caminandes 1 files and do one of the shots in stereo. Pablo, if you don't mind. There's an anaglyph classifier. It's just OpenGL rendering because we did it today.
Let's see.
And basically, on their, can I talk about the different file settings? Yeah, basically there's one file of the layout which has the camera information. Yeah, and that's the one file you go and just turn on Multiview, and then go there and can just play with the real-time feedback on the viewport, play with the eye separation and the convergence plan distance until you get a decent result, render in OpenGL, seeing the 3D on the 3D TV, see if it looks okay. And sometimes I have to go back because the screen you're working is different, but it's really this very intuitive, very straightforward process. And then once this is finished and you agree on the depth perception, we can go and render only the second eye because the first eye is already rendered. So we can actually just people still seeing. And this we already found 3 bugs on that, and so it's nice. But because overall it works, but there's things to be polished. Then next week you can do that. Sequester has been postponed, but seeing why it's going to be addressed next week as well. It's my last week here, so let's see how things go. How things go. I'm here Friday next week. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the week after.
And Benoit's coming here when they have the image, if you don't mind.
Yes, I don't.
There's a low resolution image next because my computer crashed. But it just took then one of the scenes and actually rendered the shot of the whole quality in anaglyph. Well, it's in 3D. Here is anaglyph because everyone has anaglyph glasses, but it looks quite good. So to render, it's very fast. It was quite impressive. It was less than 5-10 minutes for 2 views with the compositing. Both eyes, yes. 10 minutes. This is a 1K resolution only, so it's a very optimized file. And we're planning for next week to maybe have Caminandes 1 on stereo, or I don't know.
The full thing.
The full thing, yeah.
But the render pipeline first renders everything, and then it composites twice.
It renders everything and then composite everything, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And
So also, but you need to do that because the render node inside of the composite also has to render.
Yes, it's.
So, that?
I do. We can go over that later.
When you render something, there is nodes in the composite that also cause a render.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
That's what we did because the composite files from
yeah, the composite file is not where the data is. So there's one file for all the layout, one file for all the assets, and only the compositing. And this compositing is calling the scenes and rendering.
And even the camera doesn't come from those shots. So like the scenes are rendered through the shot camera, and the camera that is in the comp file is linked from the layout file, which is what we never did for other open movies. But I like to do the layout and then keep tweaking the layout and then have the camera everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's even more extreme than it usually is because you just bring the camera, the original camera, and you use it in the.
Anyways, and I would like to also do Caminandes 2, but it takes way more time to render, and it also requires cycles, which I broke it today, so I have to fix. But maybe it's something nice to go on the clouds. I don't know if the guys have time that can be allocated to that. It'd be nice sample files. But that's where we are at the moment.
What did Pablo do?
I did
Walk about stuff.
boring.
Boring stuff.
What did I do?
your life?
With my life. No, I didn't do much. It's fine. I'm not using the camera. Oh, you can see the light goes on. No, I didn't. The conference, the Susanna Awards. The Susanna Awards entry are going to open like in
Hours.
Where is it? The guy. It's not. It's on share.
The fluffy guy. The blue guy.
Andy.
Nowhere.
Okay.
You
Well,
want to see it?
Well, I uploaded the characters for Big Bug Bunny. The studio data is also there, so you can. Well, the characters have been tested to work with 2.47, and they're all available for the. And they're packed.
Oh, this image looks so cool.
So, yeah, they're awesome. They render 4K in like 1 minute. This guy, 4K, 1 minute.
Wow.
Boom. Over 1 million particles. Cycles has something to learn from that. And yeah, all the characters and the whole SVN is also available. So not only textures, but also like for example, for the characters, you can get the textures, and you can load any texture of the characters for like. So it's very nice for that kind of things. Yeah, it's boring. But I've also been doing the Blender conference stuff. I don't know if people are aware that the conference stuff is. We didn't do the official announcement yet, but the presentations for 2014 are there. And down. But that's one. Down. Jesus, right. All right, there. Oh, look at that. It's alive. Benoit, Blender submission. I'm gonna add it to my favorites. Oh, I have to log in.
We are a passion-first conference.
It's a non-lethal
Mission preparation tool for ground. To find the IS, right?
It's art. It's artwork.
Share conference.
Yeah. BC 14. And that's it.
Sorry, I'm being.
You ready?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. People are not.
Again, another slide.
Look at that. Who else?
The conference.
Real logo is that?
This is awesome.
You want that on a t-shirt?
What is it? And black is even better. Look at that.
The real one.
You want the real one?
3D printed. As
a pillow, right?
You can kiss it.
Awesome.
So,
thanks to Andreas Goralczyk, Artificial 3D. Andy. Yeah, I think we are done. I'm doing other stuff, but
next week we have much more.
Yeah. So, wanna say goodbye?
Yep. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Say goodbye. There.
If you like, share.
Somebody else can do it.